Hi, I'm Tamara Ryan and today I'm here to talk to you about LifeCurve. I'm currently working in the single assessment space for independent living assessment. So I remember the first time I heard about the LifeCurve, we were actually training for the new integrated assessment tool. And part of that training, Shaz from KeepAble came out. And so she brought up this presentation. And when it came up, I can't explain the excitement that I felt that there was a tool that I'd been looking for that I didn't know existed. The thing I found most exciting and important about the LifeCurve was just that it's this great visual tool. LifeCurve is a visual tool where it shows clearly the steps of functional decline, and it starts at cutting your toenails and it ends at feeding yourself. And the evidence has shown that once you start on this functional decline, within 10 years you could be possibly fast-tracking yourself to residential aged care. The optimal curve is obviously where you want to be, that if you are in functional decline, that you want to have a gentle progression. You want to lose, if you're going to lose skills, you want to lose them very slowly and over a long period of time. You want to age well. And you don't want to be on the purple outline, which is the suboptimal curve, where you're losing skills rapidly. Services are coming in, they're doing things for you that you could possibly be doing yourself or relearning for yourself. And suddenly you're just losing all these skills rapidly, and then you're becoming dependent on care and carers. That's not where anybody wants to be. I don't want anybody coming in to feed me. It's really easy to explain LifeCurve to a client. Embedding reablement and wellness strategies into service delivery is really important. Reablement is a planned approach, it's a tailored approach, and it's just a way of finding out what their goals are, what's important to them, and then making a plan to help them achieve that. When they would ask for a service or say that they couldn't do something, that's when I would pull out LifeCurve and I'd say, have you heard of LifeCurve? And most people would say no, they hadn't. And I'd say, do you mind if I just show you? It just shows us what functional decline looks like. And then I'd explain a bit about functional decline, about losing a bit of independence, losing your skills. And then when we could actually point out on the chart, I would hand them the pen and say, where do you think you sit on the chart? I wasn't going to tell them where I thought they sat. And once they could tell me that, they were a lot more open to having the conversation about their strengths, what they wanted to still retain. And it was amazing to see the turnaround in people once that kind of enlightenment and something dawned on them. Yeah. LifeCurve had a massive impact with my discussion with clients. It really did. It opened up a doorway that it gave the client a chance to see where they thought they were at, see where they actually wanted to go. And it just managed to be a buffer between this kind of tug of war between I need a service and us thinking, are you there yet? Like, I need a gardener to mow my lawns, but I'm off hiking in the hills. It was just a really nice, warm transition to have that conversation with them. And it just showed them that I genuinely cared about their independence, about them still being able to do things for themselves, them still being able to have choice and control, that I wasn't just trying to be the no man, I was actually trying to be the yes lady. Yes, you can still have your independence. Yes, you can have more good days than bad days. Yes, you can live your life the way you want to live it, and that's what healthy aging is. So reablement to me, it means a lot of things. It's a planned approach, it's a tailored approach for a client to make sure that they regain or retain their independence. And it's just a way of finding out what their goals are, what's important to them, and then making a plan to help them achieve that. Embedding reablement and wellness strategies into service delivery is really important. Sometimes you'll go in and a client might have had a fall, and so then there's that risk, are they going to fall again? So your goals might be aligned with trying to wrap them up in cotton wool, protect them, which is lovely, but then you might take away the skills that they need to actually stop themselves from falling again and doing the things they love. And who's to say they are going to fall? There's definitely that dignity of risk of allowing them to do the things they want to do, achieve the goals they want to achieve, whilst keeping them safe, but not taking away things from them in keeping them safe. The LifeCurve really changed my approach to client conversations. One of my favourite stories is the lady who fell over the vacuum cleaner. When I first got there, I remember distinctly, she met me at the top of some steps and she said to me, "I cannot come down these steps and I've had a fall and I've fractured my hip." And I'd had a little bit of information on the pre-referral, but not a lot. So I went in a bit blind, which I always like to do anyway. I like to have my own opinion of what's going on. And we were chatting and she was like, "I need an ACAT assessment. I need a home care package. I need someone to shower me, cook my meals, do my cleaning." And so I thought, oh, this is going to be an interesting one. And we sat down, and luckily she was very open to learning about LifeCurve because of her nursing background. And when we were actually able to break it down, someone was still coming in to shower her, but they were standby assistants. She was doing all the showering herself. She just needed that reassurance. Someone was still coming in to do her vacuuming, and I said, absolutely, we'll keep that in place. She was adamant. I really, really need this service. What the fear was she'd tripped over this vacuum cleaner and broken her hip. So she was actually fearful of the vacuum cleaner. When we were able to really have an open discussion with the use of the LifeCurve, we were able to see, what about a stick vacuum? Like something so simple that was just life-changing that actually she didn't need a service. I'm hopeful that service providers realise that just because a client has been referred, it doesn't mean that's long-term. So although it might seem lovely and easy to go in and be the lovely lady that gives them all the things they want, you are definitely doing them an injustice by not helping them to either regain those skills or retain the skills that they've already got and build upon those things. And LifeCurve does all those things. It shows you how to be above that line, how to stay above that line if you can. And if you can't stay above that line, it shows you how to age well, to have more good days than bad days, to stay on the optimal blue curve.